What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching me, hi, my name is Janine. I upload new videos every Wednesday and sporadically also throughout the month whenever I feel like it. But today's video is going to be a continuation of my top boyfriends and girlfriends in books. I already did one for fantasy. I was gonna put this all in one video, but it's kind of a long list because I'm doing different genres in their own categories. In this video, we're going to be talking about the dark romance. I did narrow it down to 10, but I do have some honorable mentions as well. So without further ado, let's just jump on into it. So for one of our first honorable mentions, we have Vicious Visconti from Singers Anonymous. I loved this. I think I read the first 3 books in it. Singers Anonymous is the first one, and absolutely loved him. A little bit about him. How he starts off the book is believing true love doesn't exist. It's nothing but hope in a different form, a concept for the poor and the powerless to latch on to when there's nothing else. Visconti men in particular don't fall in love, because falling suggests it was accidental and everything this family does is cold and calculated. Oh, but does he fall in love? Yes, he does. I literally have 5 pages of highlights. So the main girl is originally set up to marry his uncle, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. But when I tell you that fucking wedding dress, I wanted to tear it off her body and stuff it down Big L's throat until he choked on it. The sight of her in it feels like reason enough to start a war. But of course, that'd be petty. I always thought if I came back to Devil's Dip, I'd announce it over cigars and whiskey, drop it into casual conversation with a smirk and a half-hearted shrug. Everyone would cheer as a toast to me. Welcome back, Vicious Visconti, with open arms. But it's not going to be like that. Instead, they're going to find out how vicious I can really be. Love him. Love him, he's great. Honorable mention. The next 3 honorable mentions that we have are from the Legacy of Gods series by Rina Kent. I am obsessed with this series. It is so good because there's 5-star books in it, but the entire series is not like, there's also like 4 stars, and one of them I would go back and change to like a 3 or 3.5 after reading more of them. But we have Jeremy, Killian, and Bran. So for Bran, he is such a sweetheart. It's not even funny. Like, he's gay and like closeted for a while, and I'm obsessed with it. Bran is just so sweet, and getting caught up in this whole like gang war of it all. I highly recommend just reading the entire Legacy of God series. The first one is with Killian, and so Killian's an interesting character. He is a true psychopath, and so he's on this list but not in the top 10. How he comes into like, it's not spoiling, but I definitely recommend just read the book, because when I tell you within the first chapter, you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I reading? And you're gonna question your morals a bit. Like, you're definitely going to, but it's fine because it's Killian Carson. So but he's definitely like a true, like, he's not morally gray. He is a true psychopath. But that's fine. That's fine because it's in fiction and it's a book. But it's Killian Carson. And there's also Jeremy. Of the 3 of them, I think Jeremy's probably my favorite. He is more so like morally gray, but will fight anyone. I don't even remember what book is his. I want to get more into just like doing videos about books right after I read them, because when I tell you I barely remember, all I know is like I remember that like I really liked him. That's also why he's just an honorable mention. Like, could I tell you why? No. And do I feel like scrolling through trying to find quotes right now? No, I don't. But those are our 3 honorable mentions from the Legacy of God. So now we're gonna get into Saint View Psychos and Nash. When I tell you Saint View Psychos is a trilogy, highly recommend, but Nash is like, the brother's best friend. Trilogy, amazing. Reverse harem, it's great. And all the guys have their like different qualities, but Nash was forever my favorite. Like, her brother's best friend, and he would just do anything and everything for her. And I can't give you too much information because when I started to really like him was books 2 and 3, and then telling you things will definitely spoil those books, because the things that made me love him so much are how he reacts to a lot of the big plot points. So I can't get into too much detail, but he is number 10 on this list. Next at number 9, we have Sicko, and we have Royce. When I tell you that this book, if you love like Haunting Adeline and like Where's Molly and books of that nature, you'll definitely like Sicko. It's by Amo Jones. He's like artistic, tortured, anything that you could love out of like a dark romance main character has it. Like the spray paint art is beautiful. It's I think it's a taboo one because it's foster brother. It's like, yes, foster brother but still brother. And then foster brother is a synonym for loophole, just saying. Royce teases, flashing his tongue cheekily. And she's like, okay, Royce, calm down. I'd like to say that I didn't think Royce had it in him to seriously kill someone. But if you give him something worth dying for, he will kill for them. I need to reread this book now. Like, I loved Royce. Like, what he had to go through growing up, and then he gets adopted into this family where the dad is just like, you know, I'm gonna train you to be a killer and you're gonna work for me. But he always had a crush on the guy's daughter. But not like, he didn't realize it was a crush because he's very like antisocial, psychopathic energy, and he just like wanted her, but he couldn't put his own feelings into words and wasn't going to act on them. But now he's put into the perfect opportunity where he can like do whatever he wants, and he lives with her. There you go, you've got Royce. Number 8 on this list, An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak and A Pessimist's Guide to Love. Oh my god, I can't even remember the names of the book. Okay, so in A Pessimist's Guide to Love and An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak, you have Cal. It's so, oh my god, because it's a dark romance, but it's not like other dark romances. Like, it's really just a romance book with a lot of tragedy and trauma and healing and grief. And oh, I should say, check your trigger warnings for all of these. I don't check trigger warnings most of the time because a lot of times it will spoil things in the book, and I prefer not to do that. But there are definitely like some of these, it's gonna be like, oh, it can be triggering. Cal, I love him so much. Because basically they were best friends whenever they were growing up, and there was a terrible tragedy and they like stopped being friends. And now whenever the girl comes back to town and sees Cal, he's completely different. He's grumpy and closed off, just a very harsh exterior. But it's because of the trauma, and then they heal. Oh my god, it's just so good. I highly, 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 highly recommend that duet. Oh my god, it's so good. And next we have Cole from There Are No Singers and There Are No Saints. I wrote this list back before there was a lot of controversy and issues with the author of those books. Are those books even really good enough for me to recommend the books to you? No. They were good and I liked Cole as a character, but I'm not going to tell you to run out to go read those books or to read anything by this author. This was not the author that I'm supporting anymore, but I figured I'd still say like he was at number 7. Basically the duet is about 2 serial killers that are in this town where one serial killer kills or sexually assaults women and kills them, and then the other one kills men. And so the one that kills men, Cole, he is just like, I hate this other serial killer dude. I want him to leave. I want him out of here. He's messing this up because I'm trying to not get caught, and he's bringing a lot of attention, and he's hurting women, so he sucks. We love a feminist serial killer. Like, who wouldn't? But when the killer sets his eyes on our female main character, the killer who kills women is like, oh, I'm gonna like kidnap her and tie her up, but leave her as a present for this other killer because then he'll like me, like we could be bros. And the guy finds her and lets her go and continues watching after her to make sure that she's okay, and then they fall in love. I love the premise of it. I definitely love the second book better than the first one. It was whenever I was first like dipping my toe into dark romances, and so after reading like so many other ones, I still absolutely love the premise of it, but the writing, everything is not super high on the list. Next on the list we have number 6, which is Tristan from the Perversion trilogy. I love him so much. Like, every single thing that he does, I'm just like, I love you. But so when you first start out in the trilogy, you meet Tristan and the female. I didn't look up the names of any of these characters. I literally just have written down Tristan and then recalling the book, and I suck at names. So I'm so sorry that none of these, I'm not even saying the female main character's name. So Tristan, he's in the foster system and he doesn't speak. he can speak, like he has the ability to speak, but he doesn't speak to anyone, like doesn't learn sign language or anything. He just will not speak. But then this little girl runs up to him with a cat. And like, sir? And like, she's like 11 and he's like 16, and she's like, sir, like, this cat, it doesn't have a home. And like, and she's like crying, and he's just like, I don't care, but he doesn't say anything. And then she's like, my aunt told me that if I have to take her to a shelter, but my friend, she said that at the shelters, they kill them. And she's just like crying and having this whole sob story about this little kitten. He takes the cat. He takes the cat. And then she's like, oh, thank you. She had stolen his wallet. During all of this, like, she like hugged him and like handed over the cat, she stole his wallet. Trixie! He calls her Trix. Her name isn't Trix, but he calls her Trix because that's what she does. She pulls little tricks on people. Then he has to move foster families. He ends up getting adopted into an MC family. And then there's also gang wars and a lot going on. She ends up getting adopted, and she gets adopted into one of the mafia families. And so like they're at war with each other. It's very like Romeo and Juliet, but like they knew each other at the beginning, and he had been like writing to her because she like started writing to him. The letter got passed to him, so then he tried writing back, but then once she got adopted, he like couldn't find her until he does. Oh my god, it's just so good. It's just so good. Please read it. And at number 5, we have Nico in the Legacy of God series. Yes, we're back to the Legacy of God because Nico is my favorite of them all. He's very Cassian coded. Like, he's burly, funny, doesn't care, walks around with a shirt off because he's just like, why would I be restricted by clothes? This is stupid. Him and Bran have the cutest love story. And I'm just absolutely obsessed with him because it's still dark romance, but, and like the trauma and everything. Like, the reason why I love dark romance so much is because of the trauma. Like, you can love someone no matter how much they have gone through. You can still like come together and just, it's beautiful in every way. And Nico is just so ridiculously in love with Bran that he will do anything. He will kill anyone if they lay finger on Bran, because he's also an artist, because Bran's an artist. He's just like, if someone tries to break his hand, and Nico's not having that, and we're like, yes, kill them all. Thank you, Nico. At number 4, we have Josh from Lights Out. I am so obsessed with Lights Out. Like, is it the best work of literature? No, but it's so funny, and because it's more the writing style of it is like a rom-com, but he's a stalker. But he's such a nice stalker. Like, he breaks into her house and then he's like, that was too easy, I'm ordering you a security system. And she's like, what? It's like, and he's like, yeah, it's at your door, go get your security system. And she's like, why are you, what do you mean? Like, and then he like puts up cameras and she finds them, but one of them she doesn't find. But then he like feels bad. He's like, well, I can't, I just want to make sure she's okay. Like, I can't watch any of this. And I'm just like, you're a stalker. You broke into her house and put up cameras. But he's still so nice. He watches the cameras at the hospital that she works at. And when he notices that she's been working too much, like working too long, hasn't had anything to eat, he shows up and brings her lunch. He's sitting out in his car with like his hood up and everything, like she can't see who it is. He's just like, get in the car. And she's like, you're the one who like broke into my house. What the fuck are you doing? And he was just like, well, it's snowing and you get nervous when you're driving in the snow, so I'm here to drive you. And you also have been working all day. You are exhausted. You should not be driving. And I brought you lunch. I love him. I loved him. It's so good. And I think this is gonna be like a series where there's gonna be like interconnected standalones. So I'm very excited to meet the rest of the characters. Next we have Rafe from the Singers Anonymous series. He was in book 2? Book 2 and 3, Singers Condemned and Singers Consumed. Raphael Visconti may look like a gentleman, may talk like a gentleman, but he is anything but a gentleman. So basically, Rafe also, like with Vicious, in the Visconti family, in the mafia. With his story, it's more like boss employee. Pen comes to work for him because he finds her. He is just like, okay, you're gonna work for me. she's just like, I literally conned you at our first meeting and you want to hire me. And he's like, well, yeah, because like I work in the casino business. If you can con me, you know what to look for. Penn has a terrible apartment where like the front door is broken. He's like, what do you mean the front door is broken? And she's like, yeah, it's like no big deal. I've tried putting in trouble ticketing or whatever. And he's like, no, absolutely not. Picked up the phone, her door's fixed within the hour. He pays her $1 million to kiss him. He lost a bet with her because she's a con artist. And he lost a bet and he gave her $1 million. Oh my god, I can't get over Raph. He is so, like, she can't sleep. She has a really hard time sleeping and she doesn't like being alone. He will come, like, sit outside of her house to, like, make sure that she's safe and make sure that she's comfortable. And she will come out. He has pillows and blankets and snacks in the car and he'll just drive around throughout the night for hours to make sure that she could sleep. And like have the car on the perfect temperature and then like go pick up her favorite meal from like the little diner and get her a burger and fries. And I'm like, if Mafia Man, why so cutesy shaped? Like, what do you mean? I love him. And number 2, we have our only girl on this list. We have Lana from the Mindfuck series. If you haven't read the Mindfuck series, I'm telling you, you need to go read it right now. Like, it's a 5-book series, but it all comes in like one bound book. It's like maybe 150 pages per book. Like, it's really not ridiculous. It's probably the same size as Kingdom of Ash alone. Like, but it's so good because Lana is a badass bitch. And sorry if the camera angle changed, my battery died. So, Mindfuck series. So basically, Lana is a serial killer. Like, the girl is a serial killer. And she starts dating the FBI agent that's on her case. Like, she is female empowerment. Of course, search trigger warnings. Everything that's happened to her is terrible and tragic. And she takes it and is like, okay, then I'm gonna kill everyone responsible. I support, fully support. Absolutely. And on that same note, at number 1, we have Zade Meadows. First, going into reading Haunting and Hunting Adeline, I had some uncomfortabilities. There are definitely like some dubcon moments that like made me kind of uncomfortable, but getting through those, by the end of it, I was absolutely enthralled. Is he a stalker? Yes. He's definitely the like rated R version of Josh from Lights Out. If you want kind of that vibe, but something that's not as dark, then I would say Lights Out. But Zade is a killer, stalker, all of the things, but he is undercover tech boy. I don't know how much to give. I feel like a lot of the information is already out there, and it's the reason that I really enjoy. If you don't want to be spoiled, then I would say like skip or just accept that he is number 1 and go read it for yourself, because it's not super spoilery, but Zade is like in charge of this organization that takes down trafficking for like children and women, takes down rings of people that want to harm children and kills them. And I absolutely love it. Reading the first one, I was just like, yes, I support you. Absolutely. Go do what you need to do. And then by the second one is even darker, even more traumatizing. Like, a lot happens in that book. At every point in time, whenever it's like going back and forth from point of views and going to Zade's point of view, and he is the epitome of, I will burn down the world for her. I will kill anyone and anything that gets in my way. The where is my wife energy. I absolutely love it. Those books, I was enthralled. Like, I just needed to know. I ended up reading Where's Molly, and another book just came out that is about the background mystery story that is told about in the first book about like her grandma and everything, and I haven't read that one yet, but I do want to read that one. But yes, so Zade Meadows is number 1. I am surprised by this one. I don't know. I was really surprised that Zade was number 1. But when it comes to dark romance, a lot of times it's just like, I like the characters for what they are and just kind of leave it at that. And with that, that is the end of the dark romance list. I wish that there were more girls on there. If you have any recommendations for like dark romances where the girl is the morally gray one, please let me know. For a lot of these, like, I liked the main female lead, but they didn't stand out to me as much as the men did. I don't know. I feel like the female main characters just didn't stand out as much to me as with like the fantasy books or anything like that. But Laga, love her. So leave me your recommendations for sure down in the comments. And if you want to stick around for the next video, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And give this video a like. Let me know that you like it. And the next video will be for the romance people. There's gonna be like sports romance, regular romance, and all of that kind of stuff. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!